Do you love the AK just like me? Do you want a reliable, rugged, and relentless weapon to oppose your foes? Well, I've just a solution. With these weapon mods and attachments, we can turn an outdated, unwanted, and rundown rifle. Wait a minute. Do you love the aesthetics of an AK? And you don't want to ruin that with crazy barrel mods and unhistorical, ugly underbarrel grips? Yeah, me too. I'm going to present to you the AK47, made for those who want to actually feel like they're using an AK, while we're boasting some deadly modification combinations to transform this beauty into a 70-year-old beast. Okay guys, let's get straight into it. Now, let's put down some ground rules. For this AK47 build, we're going for an original aesthetic AK47. Now, the goal is to keep it looking like an AK47, but actually making it usable and effective as well. Most people will change the barrel. Most people opt for a Spetsnaz or the RPK barrel. Some people use the Romani, but I think that's mostly for people playing Warzone, but this video is for core multiplayer. So the RPK barrel gives us damage range and all sorts of really good stuff like recoil control, but we've turned it into an RPK. We want to keep it as an AK-47. So we're not going to use a barrel, and it looks beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. Also, underbarrel. Same thing. It would be great if we could use an underbarrel, but unfortunately, I'm not a fan of the alternative wood. So you go the Commando foregrip here, for instance, and it completely changes that middle section of the weapon, and I don't want that. I want this beautiful, beautiful half-varnished wood. And for the optic, no optic, because the iron sights of the AK are absolutely beautiful. Hands down, my favorite iron sights over any weapon. In the entire Call of Duty series, the AK has been my favorite weapon, and for good reason. Laser, I'm not going to be using any fancy technology, plus it pretty much just gives you your position anyway. So we're not going to use a laser. The two attachments we're going to be using for our muzzle is completely up to you. It's the compensator or the monolithic suppressor. This will give us some damage range, which is what we need because we're not using an extended barrel here. So, and as well as that, sound suppression, so you can really get those kill streaks going. Now, I'll play a short video here showcasing the pros and cons of each. Okay guys, we have the compensator fitted here, so we're just going to test out the recoil patterns for both of these attachments that we're going to be using. So we're just going to line ourselves up here with the back of the fridge, and let's go. As you can see with the compensator, the recoil settles in quite quickly. So let's try and combat this recoil, see what kind of bullet spread we get. As you can see, quite a nice tight little group there. So let's swap over to the monolithic suppressor and see the differences we get in the recoil pattern. Let's go. This is with the monolithic suppressor. So as you saw at the start, the first third of that was very aggressive recoil, and then it settles in midway through. Let's try and combat this recoil and see if we can get a good bullet spread again. So again, a really nice group there. So it's really up to you what you want to use. If you're more aggressive, I'd recommend the compensator, but you are sacrificing a little bit of damage range there to do that. But myself personally, I love running the monolithic suppressor because I can sort of sneak around a bit and really get those kill streaks going. So let's get on for the rest of these attachments. Now let's move over to the stock. Of course, the classic skeleton stock. Now this is quite true to an AK's aesthetic. I'll just quickly show you the standard one, which is just wood. But we do want our aim down sight speed and aim walking movement speed. I like to sort of hit my WASD key, so I'm sort of rolling on the spot, so I'm not an easy target. So that really helps out when I'm trying to dodge bullets and still be accurate while shooting at the same time. So we're going to chuck on that skeleton stock. Now, ammunition. We are sort of straying from our goal here of being an original AK because we're not going to be using the standard 7.62 rounds. We're actually going to be changing to 5.45. This is going to give heaps less kick in our recoil, keep the gun nice and steady, and up the fire rate as well. This gun is perfect for core modes. So if we're making a hardcore video, I'd definitely use the 7.62 because it's a one-shot kill. But this thing, because we're not using barrels and foregrips and things like that, we definitely want to reduce the recoil in other ways. So that's why we're using this ammo, and it works really, really well. You can see the fire rate's gone up massively. Mobility control as well there. We have lost a bit of damage range, but that's okay. That's why we have the monolithic suppressor. So, to the rear grip. Also, to keep this thing beautifully stable is recoil control in the rubberized grip tape. Next up, I found with only 3 magazines, I was running out of ammo very, very quickly. So for this one, I went fully loaded, and that gives us maximum starting ammo, which is something in the 200 and something bullet range. So heaps of ammo off the bat there. You can also use the perk scavenger to pick up ammo off dead opponents, but that's completely up to you. So without further ado, let's get into some of the gameplay of this weapon, and I'll show you what it can do. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave in the comments the next weapon you would like to see. Thanks for stopping by my channel. It's great to have you. Have a good day. Hope you enjoy this one.